Well, hello again and welcome back to another episode of Resining of the Living Dead. If it's your first time here, welcome. Hope you'll enjoy the video and choose to return. Today we are going to be taking this resin, this silicone fish mold. Believe it came off of Temu, I'm not sure. It's not that deep, so it's not going to use a whole lot of resin. But here's the plan. This box of coral reef animals came from Michael's. We're going to use the little clownfish, and then these little fake aquarium plants came from Amazon. There's a box of them. Hold on, I'll show them to you. So there's a box of them. A whole bunch of different colors and sizes. This one is actually probably one of the smaller ones. And then what we have is I found this box, this container of multicolor aquarium gravel. I got this at a thrift store, actually two of them. So we're going to use that for the bottom. But what we're going to do is once we make our resin, we're going to get some watery blue, and we're going to use that in here. We're going to, using a popsicle stick and some UV resin, we're going to UV resin the popsicle stick to the bottom, and then it's going to go in like so. We're going to put this in here like this before we pour. Then we'll just pour from the side. The other thing we're going to do to ensure that these don't float up is we're going to UV resin this fish kind of probably like here in the middle. And we're going to UV resin it to the plants. Two things. It'll keep the fish from sinking all the way down, and it'll keep the plants, which are light plastic, from floating back up. So once we do that upside down, it's going to go inside like so, and then we are going to go ahead and pop it in our pressure pot, and that's going to sit for about 24 hours. Once we come out of this, and we're going to actually be pouring it a little short, we're then going to take it and we're going to mix up some aquarium gravel and UV resin, two-part resin with the gravel, not UV, and we're going to then pour the base. The thought is when it comes out, it's going to be like so, with the fish in it like this, and then the bottom is going to have the colored gravel, so it's going to kind of look like an aquarium. So what we are going to do first is we are going to get our two-part KHKD resin mixed up, and then we'll be right back to add our light blue alcohol ink and then see how we do. So we will be right back. See you on the other side. So while we are continuing to wait for the two-part resin to warm in a tub of warm water, let's go ahead and get our fish squared away. So, and our base with the popsicle stick. So what we're going to do is, because we want it on this side like this, we are going to take it and flip it over, and then we'll add a couple of drops of UV resin onto the fish itself, and we'll just give it a little bit here and a little bit here, and we don't want it to run down. So let me go ahead and cap this off, and then what we're going to do is we are going to put our plant on it like so, and then we're going to use our UV light, our black light, and use that to harden this up so that it will stick to the plant. And it doesn't take long. And let's just see. So what should happen if we had gotten a plant in there? Let's just turn a little bit and do that. You can see that one stuck. And this one wasn't quite in the resin. I think it is now. So what we'll do is we're just going to pick it up and see that it sticks. And you can see that it did. I think what I want to do is get one more piece onto here, like so. So let me just get one more little drop and put it here. go. We're just gonna hold it down to it, get the light on it. Just for a few seconds until it hardens up. And once it hardens up, we're good to go. There we go. So as you can see, he's stuck to the plants. So when we put it in, and do one more thing here because I'm not sure that I like that. So we're going to do one more little drop here at the tail. Just a little drop there. And we'll harden him up just to give him an extra little spot where he's connected to the plant. And with just a few seconds more, and we'll be good. Let's see. Oh, it didn't stick. All right, well, let's see. Let's see if I can do this by holding it down and if not, it's going to have to do, I think it'll be okay either way. No, it didn't stick. All right, hold on one second. Let me take a piece of this off and then we'll try again. All right, so now that we have the fish on there, what we're going to do is we are going to glue this using UV resin to our popsicle stick. And because we want this to go like this, we're going to do the popsicle stick that way across. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our UV resin onto the popsicle stick like so. And we're going to, holding this, we're going to go ahead and put this on like that, and then we're just going to use our light again to solidify it. Because the goal will be when we're done to just pop the popsicle stick off. All right, and let me check the other side. I don't think there's any there, but let me see if it's holding. Yep. All right, so let me go ahead and go grab my 2-part resin out of the warm water bath. We'll mix up our resin, and then we will be back to pour it into the fish for part 1 of the project. See you in a moment. All right, we have mixed up our resin, our fish, and the aquarium bottom is in here, and you see the stick is holding it how we want it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use our Let's Resin Aqua alcohol ink, and I'm not quite sure how many drops we're going to use. It's going to be quite a bit, so we're going to go ahead and put a lot in here to start, and then we're just going to mix it up until we get the watery blue that we want. And it's going to just take a moment to mix in, and then we're going to check it on our stick to determine if that's blue enough. And I think we want it a bit more blue. Let's add some more. Perfect. I think that's going to be good. Let's see. It's still kind of light. We want it to be a bit more aquatic looking. We'll just add a little bit more into here. Oops, one moment. Okay, that's better. I had my timer pop up on my screen. It was blocking my view, so I couldn't see what you could see. And it doesn't do any good if you can't see what's going on here. So, let's see. Man, maybe a little bit more. It's a lot of resin to dissipate through, so maybe that's why. Alright, I like that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to very slowly, and I think we're going to pour it from the corner so that it runs down. It does have the tail, so we're going to need to make sure that we squeeze out any bubbles from the tail before it goes into the pressure pot, or else we're going to have a nice empty void there at the back. So I'm going to just start pouring it real slow. Until it gets to the top. It does look like the tail connects to the back fin in a way that might help the bubbles escape, but we are still going to make sure that we do enough squeezy of the tail just to ensure that the bubbles are dissipated. A nice, slow, steady pour. Yeah, you can see that bubble. I hope you can see it. Let's stop for just a second and try to turn it so you can see there's a bubble right there. So we're gonna need more resin in here to fill that in. I can see that bubble. I may have to get something down in there to push that through as he keeps coming back. May have to use my oh, there we go. I think we got it. All right. I think we got it. Now let's just pour it to where we want it. I think that's going to be about right. Actually, my my popsicle stick moves, so we're going to move that back a little bit because we need to have space in the front to put our base. So it's going to go back a little bit like this. All right, what we're going to do is we are going to pop him into our pressure pot for 24 hours. Then we will be back to do the base and see how it goes. So I'll see you on the other side of this. All right, we are out of the pressure pot, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop that stick off and make sure it came right off, no problem whatsoever. And as you can see, the base of the plants is above, so we've mixed up about 70 mLs of the 2-part resin, and we've stirred it together with the Aquarium gravel. And what we're going to do now is we are just going to put them in. So I'm going to just move the camera over a little bit so I have a little bit of working room, and we're just going to take a scoop at a time and just put it in. And we're just going to fill this up with the gravel until the base of the fish is completely ready to go and full. And I'm not really worried if they get here. We can just take that stick and just slide it over to the side. We're going to keep mixing this up as we go because we want to make sure that all of the gravel is coated. I'm not really worried about bubbles on the bottom. This is not going back in the pressure pot, only because if it does, there's a good chance that it pushes the resin down into the edges of the fish mold itself, and we don't want to do that. So we just want to keep putting some here, and we'll just push them up there. Not worried if it drops on my working mat, because that's okay. It's not going to do anything. I'm just going to slide that off of here and just press it down so that it's level. We're going to put another one or two here at the back. Maybe grab some of the smaller ones, not that big giant one. And again, I'm not really worried if the resin goes down onto the working mat. It's okay. I'm more concerned with making sure that there's enough. Let's see. I think that looks good. Maybe a couple more here at the top. Let's see, a spot right there can fit. And maybe right there. Just slide that puppy over to the side. I think that looks good. I think I can put one more here. Perfect. Oh, that looks good. I think that's going to come out nice. See if I have another. Right there. And we got a lot left that I gotta do something with. So let me grab, where is the dog mold? It'd be like a dogfish. Here, let me move it over where you can see. Whoop. Let's see what we got here. Need some more down there. And we'll fill him up. Cool. All right, so we are not going to put this into the pressure pot. So what we're going to do is just let it sit here for 24 hours. We're going to move it to the back because we're going to start on another video. And then we will be back to demold. So I will see you on the demold. All right, we are back to demold, and let's see how our fish aquarium came out. I have a feeling this one's going to be tough to demold. Let's goodness. Let's see if we come out this way. Just work front to back. Not bad. A little bluer than I would have liked. I would have maybe been better slightly clear, but not a bad result. It does kind of look like it. You really can't see the plants too much. I mean, you can see them up here and here a little bit, but mostly, I wonder if it put it on a light and light behind it, it would look good. So that was a decent attempt. And we will definitely try that again. Maybe a little lighter, maybe a different kind of plants in there. Have a whole box of them. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Subscriptions, if you hit that subscribe button, you'll be notified when new videos are released. Those are free and they help the channel. Hyping these videos helps as well. Comments are always appreciated. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. See you then.